accelerator, you lurch forward like a freight train. This isn't the kind of truck where you can sip coffee and talk on the CB as you drive. The gearing is so low, if you take your foot out of the bucket for an instant, the huge tires will drag you down to a crawl. Then there's the four-wheel steering. The rear wheels turn hydraulically, but your brain is still looking for a steering wheel somewhere. It only takes some practice to get everything going the way you want it. But as long as nobody gets in your way, with a little practice, at least on an open field like this one, you can feel like a Bigfoot veteran in no time.
I'm ready to crunch some cars.
Well, I'm sold. Driving this baby is as much fun as I've had driving since I first slipped behind the wheel. And I'll tell you something. Have one of these monster trucks parked in your driveway, and you'll really give those uppity-yuppies something to think about.
Think about that time when you first went out to a packed stadium, and I bet it was packed, and you'd crush these cars for yourself, but never for a group. What was going on in your mind?
Well, you worry a lot about if it's going to go over, if you're going to have any problems, if there's truck's going to fail, if you're going to break an axle, if you're going to blow a tire out on the cars. You know, beforehand, I get nervous. I get very nervous. But once I get in the truck and start it up, then it's old hat. You know, you're comfortable behind. I'm comfortable behind the truck, and I can just go right over the cars. After it's done, you get the reaction from the crowd, and then you get another feeling.
We've seen a lot of monster trucks. All the rest are just an imitation.
And for Bob Chandler, there's no idle time. He's always thinking of new and innovative things for Bigfoot to do.
I get most of my ideas from driving down the road in a truck. When you're sitting in the hauler and you spend hours and hours just sitting there driving down the highway, your mind wanders and you come up with the weird ideas, and it seems like the weirder the idea, the better the people seem to like it. So.
And this is what it feels like to be in the driver's seat for a crush.
So you're just hanging on the steering wheel and you put your foot down on the throttle and you go flying through the air.
According to Bob, it's not all that dangerous if you're in the right truck, so don't try this with yours at home.
There are over 100 Bigfoot imitators on the monster truck circuit this year, but to his fans, Bigfoot will always be number one.
Damn right, boy, Bigfoot's a bad dude.
I love its tires and the way it looks and everything.
Well, it's just a big truck, and a lot of engineering and time and effort went into it, and it's fun to watch him crush them cars.
I'd love to get on. I'd like to ride in just once. Good. I don't know how I'd get up there, but I'd like to.
These days, Bigfoot is challenged by more than just crushing cars. The events require a combination of skills.
Dig a 6-foot deep pit, 200 feet long, and fill it with dirt and water. And what do you have? The meanest, messiest mud bog you ever want to see. You could sink the family car in this mess and never see it. But for Bigfoot, this is just a roll in the hay. Let's go mud bogging! Cleaning up Bigfoot after a romp in the mud is a job you wouldn't even want to think about. The entire truck is stripped down to the bearings, a several $1,000 job. Bob spends about 75 grand a truck each year on maintenance, but that's what it takes to stay #1.
Bigfoot's got the world of monster trucks all wrapped up, but he does have some rivals in the tractor pull. Check out these triple supercharged, fire-breathing mean machines.
There's more to Bigfoot's world than just stadium events. Bigfoot's a truck for the great outdoors, like a hill climb. This is one of the most dangerous events and Bob's greatest challenge.
For instance, there's one that we do every year. It's called a gravel-rama. That's a pea gravel hill that's 270 feet high, and it's a 75-degree angle. And there are vehicles that flip on it. They go over the top. If they make it over the top, then they'll go completely over and land on the roof on the other side, because it's a peak. You go up one side and you got to go right back down the next side. We tried this thing 4 years in a row, and this year was the first time I ever made over the hill. They've never had anything go over that hill that was over 5,000 pounds, and my truck at that time weighs 13,000 pounds, so it really was a thrill for me to finally get over that.
You know, even though these tires weigh nearly 1,000 pounds each, Bob Chandler had the crazy idea that they might have enough air in them to float Bigfoot.
And he was right. Bigfoot is the first monster truck that's truly amphibious. The huge tire treads act like paddle wheels.
We're going down the Mississippi River, and we got a race with the paddle boat in Chattahoochee River in Tennessee, and we've had a lot of fun with the water.
Boy, this truck is definitely awesome. You get the feeling that Bigfoot could take you anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, Bob tells me that he'd like to run the Great Wall of China someday. Can you imagine that? What if he made it all the way to Tibet? That means that Bigfoot would finally get to meet the abominable snowman. I wonder who'd win.
Now it's over 7 tons coming straight at you. wheels.